Hey YouTube, I'm back at it again with another book review. And this book review is on the book So You Call Yourself a Man by Carl Weber. And I would give this a 4 out of 5 stars. It's about 3 best friends, Brent, Sonny, and James. And it talks about James, how he had a wife named Kathy and 2 sons. Brent was the guy who was about to get married to his wife. And it talks about how he kind of had temptations. I guess they didn't really say. And I guess his wife was a more plus size woman. Usually he was into smaller type women, but he loved her, so they were working on getting married. And the last dude was Sonny, how he had a wife and kids, but his 2 friends never liked his wife because she was just rude and never liked them, so of course they didn't like her back. And so it talks about how James, for in a part of his marriage, him and his wife was having problems. So that's when he ended up cheating. He worked driving a truck for UPS, and he met her one day by dropping a gift off or a delivery off at her house. And every time he would drop it off, she would start to change her appearance. Before, she would just wear, raggedy clothes, a scarf. And then after that, she started putting on more nice clothes and fixing her hair and stuff like that. So one thing led to another, and they started dating. Then 3 years later, she comes back talking about he has a son. He didn't want to believe it because she was dating some other guy who was supposedly supposed to be the father. But I guess they took a paternity test and he wasn't the father, so she came to him. And what she would do was she would blackmail him because she knew that he was married. And she was like, okay, you're going to babysit your son. And if you don't, I'm going to call your wife and tell her that you're cheating on her and you have a son. So he would just have to just lie about going to babysit his son so his wife wouldn't find out. But of course, there's a lot of drama with that. I'm not going to tell everything. And then there's Sonny, where, he's out of a job. His wife pressures him to get a job. And I think they lived in New York before, but they moved to Seattle. But she let him go to New York and see if he could get a job, so then they'll just move back. And he thought it was kind of weird because she knew that if they moved back, he would be close to his best friends, and she hated his best friends. So, but I guess she was giving him the benefit of the doubt. He did end up finding a job, and he was supposed to, move back. Something happened where the plans changed. I'm not going to give all the details. And you also find out that his high school sweetheart, or someone he really liked in high school, comes back into the picture. So you just deal with all that. And then with Brent, his story is just about him and his fiance about to get married and how they're really religious. He's a Christian, she's a Christian, so he likes that about them. And how they wasn't going to have sex until they got married, so that was fine with him. And I guess like a few days before they was getting married, they ended up having sex, so he felt bad about that, but he had to repent. You find out why he has temptations, and there's a lot of drama with that. So I'm not going to tell everything because I want you to read it. It's definitely a good book. 4 out of 5 stars. Check it out.